was lying with some old men before the election, and well, I was amazed of their discussion. They were discussing the election of 2025, how Africans were selling cheap and UNC buying dead or alive. One old man shout out, fellas, give me your attention. UNC can't win by themselves, no election. You see, they're sitting and they're planning to make a decision. So she called out Shilaga, who the old FIFA wanted man. She said, call the trade union, let we start negotiations. And we could call out a big sale and we go buy out some Africans. Africans for sale, for sale, for sale. We buying Africans. Sing the thing. Africans for sale, for sale, for sale. We buying Africans. She don't have all she chance and she the honor rhymes. No, what she need is some slave names, man, some big strong Africans. Africans for sale, for sale, for sale. We buying good or bad. Africans for sale, for sale, for sale. Tobago and Trinidad. Oh, somebody pinch me. Hey, UNC sitting and they're waiting patiently. With about 16 safe seats, they don't win that already. The woman said, I have my people and they are born UNCs. Now all I need is some Africans who got their names out of slavery. She said that she hear they're really selling cheap, and she could buy them very cheap, 500 and a jersey. A lot of people will cry when she's finished with CPEP, because she is not holding back them P&M have nothing to get. She said this party be for country, all you never forget. She will care for her people and she have no black.
Me beside the still waters, he restored my soul. He leaded me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I shall fear no evil. For thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff may comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemy. And surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. And I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever and ever. Amen. The mandate would have been set 6 minutes after the hour of 8 o'clock. And today, like any other day, we are here to engage in a discussion with you, the general public. With you, the average man that don't have a voice. We are here on social media to amplify the echoes of your voice. So don't be afraid at any point in time to reach out to us on the Workers' Rights platform. My number is 333-2176. Don't be afraid. I am your brother, Trinidad and Tobago. So, citizens of the Republic, on the initial stages, I would have made a broad statement concerning the Carnival discussion. And for weeks, I would have been hinting to you that I, together with Victor Roberts, would have journeyed to Princestown to uncover the key to the corruption that would have taken place in the Carnival celebration. Don't be afraid. Don't be naive in Trinidad and Tobago. Because the carnival in this country, they would have tried to sabotage carnival. But people don't care about politics when it's carnival. Just what I'm saying. Because we would have had many broadcasts here and we would have watched the reaction. People don't care about politics when it comes to carnival. A matter of fact, people didn't even care. Never used to care about politics. But after the first, you see from 2010, after that, corruption reigned in Trinidad and Tobago. And we are at this junction. It's either we make or we break. And it is critical that we understand now Michelle Benjamin, a sister, a black sister, because that is how they like to put it across. Because they is not called, they say that they're not race in their politics. They're not race, that is what they say. But they have certain individuals, black individuals, to influence a certain sets of people, black people, to vote in a particular direction. That is facts. So let me lead you up Trinidad and Tobago to prior Carnival. Many of you would have observed that Kamla Prasad Bisasa would have tried her utmost best to close down the normal tradition, the traditional place that people went with their bands to keep their shows. The normal traditional place. She said no fete in Brian Lara Stadium. And when she was asked, what is the reason for that? She said people have been complaining about noise. I for myself don't like noise, to tell you the truth. But we would have observed Carnival taking place, and whether we like it or not, this is our culture in Trinidad and Tobago. There were fetes all over the place. But what was the rationale to stymie Carnival? Watch the area. Pay attention to the areas, Trinidad and Tobago. That was stopped. But you can't tell a man where to go. You could only stop this platform have been adding up every single dot. of actions that was taken to stymie the development of how Carnival was traditionally celebrated in Princestown. And yesterday, just now, right? There's always try, but we will fix that on that side. There's always try to shut down the live on TikTok. That is our ongoing battle. Always try. Let me wait a little bit, because let me tell you something. There are people outside here that prefer you not be informed. All the time, or you're reporting a little live that taking place on TikTok, or you're real sad. But the show must go on. If at any point in time TikTok or you see the live get pulled down, or you could follow us on Workers' Rights 868 on YouTube, Workers' Rights 868 on our website, where this information here is constant. To try with right. So before I go in to start to expose certain things, a gentleman would have sent me this video concerning especially with the corporation that would have taken place. But I know many of you doesn't listen to news. I know you're right, Or you're right. So this have been something that somebody would have sent to me, and people, you have to understand that they are actively trying to stop certain things from taking place in particular neighborhoods. And I am very glad that people is seeing and is able to do their own investigation.
Is that the salaries have been coming in every single month, and other corporations are grappling and fighting to find ways to get these things paid.
Austin describes the situation as very ticklish, with several arms of local government under strain. He says development projects are also being affected. According to the chairman, the corporation has received reduced allocations and is now required to route certain projects through the Rural Development Company, which carries a 7.5% management fee. He argues that the added cost places further pressure on already limited funds.
We know we are in a very particular position. We've seen where even our development projects, where we as GNM-led corporations were given less money for our projects. Now on top of that, they are asking us to run the project to our rural development companies with a management fee of 7.5%. That is taking us at least 800,000 million to PRs to run our projects, but we already got short money. Where is that taking our corporation?
Austin adds that while multiple corporations are impacted, he believes workers in P&L-led corporations have been disproportionately affected by the delays.
Last year, we had a situation where councillors' salaries were paid on time, and in several corporations we have now the daily rated workers and being paid on time.
He is also raising concerns about the possible adjustment of electoral boundaries, which he says could weaken the Tunapuna-Piarco Regional Corporation.
And in a corporation like ours, we are now faced with the situation where they want to shift the boundaries and probably the PRs. And that's also the thing that I am looking very closely at this boundary committee and looking very closely at what they are recommending and what they're trying to do.
Okay.
So a plan that I go.
So despite what the government is telling you, Trinidad and Tobago, they are working behind the scene to stay in office. Despite what they are saying to you, despite the bad management, they are working behind the scene to stay in office. And before we go into this video, Trinidad and Tobago, I rise to speak to you of this carnival. When we just see thousands of people, we must understand how far and way back. It's to defend the culture of our history and the freedom. If we have to put everything together, you will see for yourself the picture will remain clear in your mind. That the sabotage was present, but we were enjoying ourselves. Carnival, to many, might be a party, but it's not a party. Carnival is not a political stage. Carnival is not a propaganda tool. And despite what we would have seen in Carnival this year, people in study that there was more interested in parties. So anybody who bung stage for Carnival, people seeing you for what you really is. Carnival is not nothing about that. And when a politician put himself in Carnival, people doesn't understand. Carnival is resistance. Carnival is survival. Carnival is freedom in motion. Something that we never had. So when we finally get it, we break away. Our ancestors did not fight colonial master, police baton, and economic oppression for Carnival to become a political weapon in this modern time. And so true. So when we see in ministers mountain stage on both sides of the fence, trying to score points on Carnival, they don't know the place, Trinidad. So when we see in the silencing people song on stage, these political entities do not know their place. After slavery ended in 1834, the formerly enslaved took to the street in celebration. We wasn't indentured laborers. After 1834, when it ended, we took to the streets because they didn't want certain things. They didn't want we jumping up and wine. They didn't want the drums. When we African people were watching them in their gala celebrating, we could only look on. We took to the street in celebration, in expression, in cultural rebellion. When the colonial government trying to silence them, they fought back. And that is how it had the Cambole riots in 1881. Blood was spilled so that today we could jump, whine, and sing and celebrate freely. How much of them know about the Cambole riot or ain't understanding? So when we see the pull of Carnival and the mass amount of people, that is what have been celebrated. So when we see people in the streets, that is we celebration. How much of you know that? So when Barry Padarat, yeah, I know. When Barry Padarat could mount a stage and say he's having the time of his life, he must tell the African community thanks. He must tell the black Afro-Trinidadian who you don't want to hear, thank you. On our history, on the black man history. So you could do what you want. Carnival is something you could take away funding if you want. Michelle. You could veto groups if you want. Michelle. You could not recognize certain people, Michelle Benjamin. Carnival is going to still go on. No political party could stop that. None. So they are disrespecting our ancestors. They are insulting the intelligence of the people. Carnival has always been the voice of the oppressed, expressed through calypso, steel pan, mass, and dance. But you understand why we must fight back against the silencing of these individuals like Queen Victoria and Elong Francis? Or you understand or your heritage? It was how the powerless spoke to the power. It was how the poor confronted injustice. It was how the people reclaimed dignity. And today, we say clearly, hands off Carnival, Michelle Benjamin. Hands off Carnival, Kamla Prasad Bisesa. Hands off Carnival, Barry Padarat. Hands off Carnival. Do not poison our shared space with division. Do not corrupt our culture with political arbitration. Do not reduce our national treasure into a campaign tool. Don't go up on no stage, big man. Carnival is the one time when all race, all religion, all political views and classes become one people, where we can go on the streets and celebrate in peace. That unity is shared. That unity must be protected. Our ancestors fought colonial oppression. Now we must fight political exploitation. Let Carnival remain free. Let Carnival remain fearless. Let Carnival remain for the people. because the movement Carnival becomes politically affiliated and must be freed. So without further ado, let me go into this video. It's a little long, but it is necessary. It is necessary that this piece of information comes to the forefront. And without further ado, I know some of you go vex when you see this, but tell them for me. Tell all your political associates for me. Tell them hands off Carnival. And Michel Benjamin are disappointed in you as a black man. Now the truth.
This is the Workers' Rights Platform, and we are broadcasting live on the Workers' Rights Network. Now, we would have journeyed to Princestown, and we have been invited to a discussion in which you, the general public, I will leave it for you to bring down. It is very frightening. It is very concerning. And I am calling on the authorities to address this situation. Now, I have reasons to believe, judging from that interview, that Michel Benjamin is strategically attacking certain people. Pay attention to this interview. Thanks for watching.
So, ladies and gentlemen, good day. Today we are in Princestown dealing with a serious issue. Present with me is Mr. Hanif, and of course, this has to do with the Carnival activities in Princestown and the group that were functioning over the years, for the past 40, 50 years, dealing with the Carnival activities and other cultural activities in the Princestown area. This group has since now been sidelined, and today we will get a first-hand view as to how, why, as we continue this interview. So I want to put on Mr. Hanif to give us a little breakdown as to how long this Carnival, Princestown Regional Carnival Community Group were in place, some of the activities that your group would have done over the years, and why we are now faced with a situation today that this group is sidelined for a group that was just created, I believe it's in September of last year.
Yeah.
So give us some information.
Let me say a pleasant good morning. I am Hanif Salama, the chairman of Princestown Regional Carnival Committee. We had election May this year, and I was elected as chairman. I have served as treasurer of the Princestown Regional Carnival Committee from the year 2015 to 2025 before I became chairman. Before that, I was also the treasurer for many years of the Princestown Regional Carnival Committee. We had election. In July, we were planning to have stakeholder meeting, the direct day, the 12th of July. And the week before that, the Tuesday before the meeting, the vice chairman who was elected at that time, Alicia Daya, Stout, came to the meeting and informed me that she met with the Minister of Culture, and the Minister of Culture said This is UNC time. This is not PNM time again. So no member of PNM could be in the Carnival committee because she will not acknowledge it. It has to be UNC people. Members of that present at the meeting asked if this is a UNC party group or what is our Carnival committee. Nevertheless, the stakeholder meeting went on. I wasn't there because they said if I there, the meeting will not come off, the minister wouldn't come. Never behold, the minister didn't come to the meeting, the member of parliament was there to the meeting, and they talk all where they have to talk, everything get back, and they said, we were not functioning, whatever, but we are very, I could say to this, and NCC could vouch to this. Princeton Regional Carnival Committee were very accountable for the subvention we received over the years. Right. I had made sure as the outgoing treasurer of the Princeton Regional Carnival Committee, all financial audited report was submitted in time with the budget for 2026. And I said budget, the proposed budget for 2026 for all the activity we wanted to do this year. We want to try something new in order to bring Princeton, because some years we're trying to have Miss Princeton Carnival Queen Show. Yes, it came off, but it wasn't such of a success. But we want, because of the prices, and Princeton people really do not really contribute towards Carnival. So we were trying on our own to see what the ministry will think, saying that they have a good report about Princeton. And we had made some suggestions. Now we say we will meet with stakeholders, we will meet with the Minister of Culture, we will meet with the Member of Parliament for Princeton. Nevertheless, the meeting came off without I present, because as I say, if I was present, they would not be there. We sent all our documents to NCC. I also forwarded a letter to NCC stating what we understand about. The minister said if I there, what will take place. The minister sent a text to one of the member phone when the member talked to the minister and said, get on to Salamat and hear whatever. And she said, if we don't hear from Shimau, do not implicate her. Right? We have to hear from her. So we believe we send a letter to NCC. We send all our documents stating we are a registered NGO. We are also a registered member of the non-profit organization. Everything we had submitted, and it's not today that this committee has running Carnival in Princeton. We had received, getting text, some people seeing in Facebook, whatever their Facebook page, that the Minister of Culture is supporting this team, the Member of Parliament is supporting this team. Yes, we tried to get a meeting with the Member of Parliament for Princeton, but she said that we put her, we named and set up Princeton Carnival Committee. I agree with her, we take the fall, but she did meet with us. She's supposed to get back on to us. She never get back on to us yet. We meet with her about a week now. And whatever. But they fully well know, she said she will endorse the two team. But Princeton is so small to have two teams. It is very small. The town is very small. And if we, culture is not supposed to be politics. Culture is culture. Right? I have served as a councillor at the Princeton Regional Corporation, and Michelle Benjamin, who is now minister there, was also a councillor. We sit together. We had a very good relationship up to last year when she was member of parliament from Uruguay in opposition, and it was Carnival. She wanted to know how much subvention we get. Everything we lease. I keep it. All what I'm saying here is truth and nothing other than truth. Surprisingly, now if we have a government of the day, we should not have politics, because they are the government of Trinidad and Tobago and not UNC. I am saying this boldly and plain. They are the government of the day. I cannot say Mrs. Kamala Persad-Bissessar is not my prime minister. She is the prime minister of Trinidad and Tobago, and she's everybody's prime minister, because we have to respect that. We have to work with her. We have to support her, because at the end of the day, she is the prime minister. Seeing that a lot of people is putting up things on Facebook and Princeton Bulletin about this, if you check Princeton Bulletin, you will see that that these people come and they bring a UNC alderman. This is what it having take UNC alderman to take over, and it's unfair to have the group that was functioning and doing something for Princestown is now sidelined. We really went to lawyer, we take up the matter and everything, but it's only Friday, they give the subvention, I don't get it, whatever. But you know, the group, because when we get money, we pay out. We don't take any salary for ourselves, we don't keep, so we really don't have money that to say, we could go to court. I want to be very fair, we don't have money to go to court, so we will see whatever we can do. But honestly, I wanted to take this matter to court. You know, what members are saying, you know, it done so, it's government and some lawyer advisors, you know, if we hold a lawyer, the lawyer could go against us because the lawyer could be a part of United National Congress. But what I'm saying, politics should not be culture. Culture is culture. So I'm glad that you all came this morning, Mr. Victor. I'm glad that you all see, all you know. You all come to hear what is really going on in Trinidad and Tobago, and not only Princestown's sideline, other groups are sideline. What I am saying, I want to ask the Prime Minister to intervene, that what the Minister's culture is doing, because if you look at Facebook, you will see where whatever going on in the Savannah, where people are against her, saying that she gives all her family the business they to run, then whatever, you know, all these questions, they are questions. What I'm saying, that the Prime Minister should intervene and give the rightful people who are doing the work. I could say I know about culture. I was, and again I will say it publicly, I was in public life since age 14. I was in village council. I had won 2 Prime Minister Best Village Trophy competitions for Best Acting. I had known what called culture. I know about culture. I work in the beauty industry in Trinidad and Tobago with deceased Glenn Adams. So I know about culture. I know at the Princestown Corporation could say, I know about culture, because when they were organizing anything, I organized, they could always say it was properly well organized. Properly well organized. I had received an award from the Ministry of Community Development Culture years ago for Best Community Service. I was honored by the Princestown Regional Corporation for the anniversary of this year of Princestown Day. I have been honored by many, many churches in Princestown for the work I have been doing to the community of Princestown. So with this, I could boast and say, I know what's called culture.
Victor, I see what going on here. I know you don't break it down in your letter this year, so you hear the information, analyze it here now for people.
So what I am hearing thus far is that, first of all, a group that was started sometime in September, am I right?
Yes, September.
October. A group that was started in October, while the vice chairman is a member of the Princestown Regional.
No,
Miaro.
Alderman
at Miaro Regional Corporation. What I am hearing now is that this individual were elected into this group as the vice chairman. And shortly after, what I am hearing, it was a technical implant to overthrow this group that some people believe were part and parcel of the People's National Movement. And as the gentleman rightly said, in culture, there should not be anything like a direct interference from the politician in terms as to how, when, and who should receive funding as it relates to a community-based organization. This is a very sad situation. We will have to look into it in depth. We will try to get further information, and definitely we'll get back onto you with this, because we're not going to leave it here. We're going to take it a little further. Unfortunately, We were supposed to be here a couple of weeks ago, but here, there, and everywhere we weren't able to. But nevertheless, we are here. Mr. Hanif, we are thankful for you being brave enough to speak out about the level of nepotism that took place as it relates to the group. And we definitely will hope that we will be able to get this matter resolved very shortly moving forward. So I thank you for your contribution as it relates to what you have said, and we will get back on to you because we're going to try to find out more from on the other side as to what really going on with this situation. All right? So thanks.
I want to thank you all very much, and it was nice and a pleasure meeting with you all.
I appreciate it.
Oh, thank you again. I'd also like to mention that we had a fundraising, as I was explaining, what to improve the carnival in Princeton. We started fundraising. We had a card game under the name of Princeton Regional Carnival Committee. The money had never reached to us up to now with the fundraising. The new group take the money, as I understand the new group, when I asked the treasurer about the accountability for the group, she said that money not can come to us, it has to go to the new cultural group that they form, and they take that money. As far as we understand it, like they take the money to do their registration or what, I cannot say, I don't know, I cannot accuse them. But what I could say that the fund that was raised under the Princeton Regional Carnival Committee had never come to the Princeton Regional Committee as yet. I would like to also mention Councillor Ramdan, who were part and parcel, and after he knew that what was going on, he went to the group and tell the group they are functioning illegally. So they have to disband that meeting. They take the advice, disband the meeting, and now open as Carnival Roots and Princess Carnival Roots and Cultural Committee or something like that. They now open that, and that is the committee they are running right now enable for funding for the Princeton Regional Carnival. But if you look and see all what's going on in Facebook, people is telling them, do not register with these people. Go San Fernando and play because if politics is in Princeton, do not support the group. So again, thank you.
Right, so the number to call is 333-2176. Let me see if you could put that there for you to call in. Now, to those that are on TikTok, you could join us here live on TikTok. Now, if it needs be, try that. We could open up the lines. We could send the website that you're able to join from the website and people will be able to see it. So let me see if I could put that up in the connections there. So you could think. So the numbers to call is 333-2176. Tell me, give my experience of how you would have experienced this whole thing. This carnival celebration. Some of you are detective outside here or you don't know. Let's see if I could put this right. I have it there. So that is the number there. 333-2176. You could call via WhatsApp. And to you that on TikTok, or you could get in on TikTok from on TikTok site. So you see the video concerning with Michelle Benjamin. And if you put 2 and 2 together, going straight wrong from how they try to shut down Brian Lara Stadium, stop certain fets, is only we could logically come to the conclusion that it had interference. So in terms of all the information that we have here, you could already logically come to that conclusion already. So, yes, good night, good night. We seen some of the comments. Bumper Carnival, the best, yes, Bumper Carnival. That is because of the people, that is not because of them. You ain't listen to the interviewer. Eh? Bumper Carnival, because people rebel. I see a remark calling. Yes, good night, Miss Arima.
Yes, hello, good night.
Good night, ma'am.
No, we talking about Carnival.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you the mistake Benjamin made.
Mm-hmm.
She put all the food booths inside the Flavor Village so people could choose who they're eating from. Since when Carnival, Trinidad Carnival, have foreigners selling corn dog, Syrian with the gyro. I know Carnival is our street food for the locals to sell and make the little dollar, the poor man.
Mm-hmm.
We talking south. We talking Jira. We talking what again? Help me now. Bacon shack.
Bacon shack.
Eh? How come these foreign people come in with their pizza, the this, the that, and the other? That is not for foreigners who come in with country to live. Let them go on the outside. How I talk?
I mean, where me now you talk? I mean, you talk, you come with the facts because at the end of the day, Carnival is so we. And if they are coming here, they are coming to experience Carnival. They ain't coming here, I mean, yes, I mean, you come and you experience what we have here to offer. But all these foreigners, according to you, come on.
Is we first. They even had a village with craft. When you go there, them Pakistani or them Indian, whoever the hell they inside are there too. That is not for them. That is for the local craftsmen. First preference.
And we constantly seeing things like that in a Arima.
No, then people supposed to talk out on that. And next thing, opposite Napa on the Savannah side, I had a friend had a booth there. It's about 8 booths. Them normal booths where they have custom putting up. They had those booths there and nobody going outside to get these poor people a little sale. Why they even have to have craft booth inside Flavor Village? Is food they're talking?
You see, talk it in Arima because, I mean, there are people there that don't understand. Talk it, why they attack craft inside a food place. I mean, why they attack craft inside the food place? Talk it. I know.
You mustn't talk to me now, man. Talk to me.
Oh, well, we're saying, I mean, I never, dog on my side is Borody. Son, I never know it reach so far where you start certain things on that side. That, I mean, they're going above and beyond what they're supposed to naturally be doing. So, from your perspective, where you use a vendor, you go more understand that from that aspect.
Yeah, I was in the village and thing. I check out things from since the semi-finals in the panorama. I check out that and listen from the beginning. I say this thing ain't making sense. Even in the opening of the Flavor Village, when the minister was there, they got booed because people who are accustomed with Carnival in Port of Spain by the Savannah have experienced this see where the whole thing don't make sense. And what hurtful, they give these large gyro things, what do they call it, caravans and things, preference inside of there, right? So people who used to rent these booths that the government would put up, they get thrown out. It didn't have much for them. And everything in one place.
Yeah, but Arima, they keep on saying that Carnival score. It was a bumper Carnival. People score, people come out. What was the experience on the ground? Because you're talking from that perspective. What else you see? Because you see people booing them. Look at man saying in the comments here, boy, it was a bumper Carnival. Carnival score.
Bumper and it didn't have much fat. People lost out with the fat. You call that bumper?
You see, I believe that there are many people outside here that will only say things.
Mister, these people on your chat is UNC the lion. They will say anything. If they had no bumper thing, no nothing else score. Because if it didn't have the fat it was supposed to have, that is 0 on that. Right? Poor people who used to rent these booths that they will put by the savannah, they didn't get booths. Understand me? They're bringing all kind of foreigners who come in our country to live. Them Syrian and them. Probably they come from down on the avenue, Arapita Avenue. All kind of strange people. Carnival is our street food to sell the doubles, the sauce, the jira, roast corn, boiled corn, corn soup. Wait. People getting the little license to sell the beer, the spirit. Then the simple man on the ground will be selling the little chow and the snow cone. On the edge, you're running the poor people. Where you was? You from South, you don't have no tongue, Emerson. I telling you what it is going,
No, well, that is...
Poor man, I get a chance to sell the little snow cone, the little preserve, where they will fit in on the side.
Well, Arima, that is the reason why I tell you, go ahead and talk, because you the only person that can talk about that. And look, they say in your vex, you didn't get a little jam. You see, people just talk nonsense,
Let them talk their shit now, man. Let them talk their shit. They don't like how I expose it. And if you allow people to call in, and they will give you the view. Them shit snake we're talking, the bullshit, them are calling in, Right.
All right,
so
Arima.
Give somebody else a chance.
Yes, Arima. Thanks. Yes, all them, according to Arima, all them shit snake and them that in the chat, that running up the mouth in the chat. Yeah. Fred. Come on, answer this next call here. Good afternoon, caller.
Yeah, man. That Flavor Village had corruption in it, partner. They built the meeting, right, for food vendors and craft vendors. And they cancel out more than half of the craft booths on them and give it to food vendors. And make it look like it had nothing for craft vendors.
My God.
That's what happened there.
My God.
Also, when people go to apply and things, right, they're telling them it didn't have no space or anything. And the same people with the tell didn't have no space and thing, you was with them in the meter and everything, they get through. They even get more than one book and all kind of thing.
Wow.
Corruption in it.
Wow. So that whole thing, it's supposed to have one person per booth then. The man gone. Or you're hearing it for yourself, Or you have to understand what take place here, So when people are saying it's friend and family and this one and that one get, boy, they didn't really have this bumper. Or you could call on WhatsApp, yes, or you could call on WhatsApp. At the end of the day, what would have taken place for this carnival here? We would have shown you on our journey to Princestown, and we have 2 more interviews to bus, but we had to give it to all here moderately so he could sink in. And if you allow men like Philip, Edward, Alexander, and the rest of them to gang rape your psyche, or you go believe something else. Because if the average man didn't benefit from this whole affair, who really benefit? Boy, who really benefit? Yes, good evening, sir.
Good evening, good evening. All right, so the topic for the night is culture, right? So, the culture of Calypso is to speak truth to power, right? You've heard Calypso is all, and I sent you a picture in the chat. If you could bring that up, that would be a beautiful thing.
Okay.
So, I warned you all this would happen. And I told you about this. So I'm actually vexed with you, and I'm vexed with Miss Arima, right? Because Miss Arima and us were supposed to collaborate on this a long time ago to speak about what is happening in TTT. When you appoint people like Anna Munzami and Mikey K onto the board of our national television and media station, what do you expect to happen with these people in charge? And exactly like what I said would happen is happening. So now TTT is now basically a propaganda arm of the UNC. So what actually happened with this Calypsonian getting muted? It should have been expected, because when you have Anna in charge, that's it. I'm for some reason I can't speak tonight, but that's basically the point I'm trying to get out here. Like, our culture is being attacked, and it's being attacked from a great level, because they are now in charge of the media in the country. That's my point.
I'm glad you seen the connection, and I did put up the picture here. So, so to the rest of people trying to call in.
Yeah. So with the picture, you see Eric Williams, and he's getting blasted by the Calypsonian in front of him.
All right.
We have this culture in Trinidad and Tobago where we criticize our leaders, and they're supposed to take the blows, and they're supposed to deal with it. You know, Calypso, the roots of Calypso is to speak truth to power. And when you see stuff like that being attacked from our national media, that should send a great signal to the people of the country. And that's why we need to put out a special on TTT and what is happening with TTT with and I sent you the video. I sent, like, right after this happened, Anna Munzami had called into the ground report, and she said she gave this bullshit explanation. You should have been playing.
Well, I will play the video either. I go play the video, because I only video I was to play the last time. I will play the video. Now the picture that you sent to me here. The picture that you sent to me, that Eric Williams, there he was being attacked by a Calypsonian, where he was singing about him.
Right.
And he silenced him.
That is our culture. That is our culture. That right there, Calypso, that is our culture. And these people, with now, they have this control of the media, and they're putting their people in the media. Andy, Mikey, Lennox, Anna Munzami, and they have. It's like you can feel a change in the reporting in TTT. It's like it's taken a turn. And you can see it, and it's bad, and this is something you need to attack to pay special attention to is what I'm trying to say.
I'm glad you're seeing that. Thanks for calling, Slimy. I'm gonna answer this next call.
Yeah, I can't tell tonight. I'm not getting my words out right.
Yeah. Yes, good night, sir. Hello, good night, caller. Caller, you just had a call back. I was seeing you calling, but I tried to answer. Now, the picture there, if you could see in the front row, right next to us, somebody that looking white, that Eric Williams. Yes, hello, good night.
Hello?
Yes, good night, sir.
Yes, good night. Oh, God, sorry. I did kind of call in.
No problem.
Good night, Mr. Renison and Workers 868. This is my first time calling in, but I'm a happy listener to your program.
Well, thank you, sir.
I have a, sorry?
No, go ahead. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
I have a concern with respect of the recently concluded Carnival season of 2026. To me, I think this has been the worst Carnival season in Trinidad and Tobago's history under this administration. You mean to tell me you all erect a Carnival flavor village for different persons to come and display their different culinary arts and culture, what have you, right? My question to the Minister of Culture and Community Development, Michelle Benjamin, what was the arrangement that you all had with Marshall Montano? Is it that he performed for free and get compensated for the road match and big side contract with the mobile and what have you? We need to know all the give me a 6 or a 9 now. This government, they cannot be trusted from day one. They cannot be trusted. And as the last caller said, you TDT come like UNC forum.
Yes.
One set of people who supported the UNC is inside TDT right now. So that thing with Elon Francis last week, it ain't no surprise to me. And they're going to continue doing these things going forward. So people have to come out now and say we had enough. This weekend here is 10 months, these people in office, and look at what problems they've created in this country in 10 months. 10 months. It's really, really heart-wrenching. Yeah, so I've waited to see the video with Anna Musami, Miss Santa Cruz. That woman, she's not easy. She don't like African people. I remember she was on 104.7 Grow Report, and that's one is a real bad mouth PNM African people today or yesterday. So it's no surprise to me. Lieutenant listed
Redison. Yeah, thanks.
Redison, yeah.
Yes, man. Thanks for your contribution. And you know, Slimy is a person that does always go on, and you know, he does always get the information correct. And we're going to play this piece of information here with Anna Monsam. It's a plenty, you know. But he sent me quite a few. So we're going to let Oya have it, let Oya see what is taking place. Imagine that.
Nice. Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Santa Cruz, I listen to you for years on radio. You is in Macara. Good morning, Andy. Good morning, Lennox. Good morning, Derek. That's nice. Good morning to Trinidad and Tobago. Santa Cruz, I listen to you for years on radio. You is in Macara.
Oye, yen. That KFC telling. Yes, call back. As I go to answer, I mean, it dropped. Call drop. Let me play the next video. I mean, it have a lot. Like me, a man does always stay.
Let me tell you something, and people that understand this. The biggest enemy to the culture of the African people is their own self. Because nobody don't fight down that culture more than the same African people. Look, for example, we have Marshall Montano. This is a fella who dedicated his entire life, you could say, because from the age of 7, he entered the stage.
Yeah.
And consistently from there.
Yes, good night, a matter of fact.
Good night, good night. Hello, good night.
Yes, good night, ma'am. Good night, ma'am. What is your
Good night.
contribution tonight?
Okay, so good night to everyone that is listening. First time tuning into your program. But I would just like to say, no, I am not a racist or anything like that, but it's something that I noticed for the Mashgra, the opening of the Mashgra. I am noticing that
As I keep saying, and I said it here.
now, they put in Casa in front of the pan. If I am wrong, tell me I'm wrong. Steel pan is the national instrument of Trinidad and Tobago. And these people are literally pushing Casa. And it was heart-wrenching for me to sit down and look at my television, right? Seeing they're pushing this Casa, and I mean, it is wrong. It is so blatant wrong to be looking at this. Everything is Casa. Everything is Casa that they're pushing on in people's throat, and it is wrong. It's so much. It's so much. That whole Hill on Francis episode, it's not that shocking. It's not shocking.
And Kola, it ain't shocking to me as well, because if you was looking to everything that leading up to Carnival, the shutdown fete in certain places, they ain't funding certain people. It logically to think, look, Queen Victoria was the first person, then Elon France. Boy, come on, exactly. They could talk wherever, yes?
Exactly. Exactly. Total madness. Total madness. You know, and one day, this too shall pass. You know, so to everyone, have a good night.
Okay then, well, thanks for listening and thanks for calling in to Kola. Now, the video here, I finally put my hand on it. This is the video here that Slimy would have sent to us here on this platform.
As I keep saying, and I said it here, and I said it in several, I rather feed a stray dog than an ungrateful human being. And our UNC supporters, some of them, they are giving you the PNM ammunition. Let me tell you something, eh? PNMites have started campaigning. You should hear them.
Yes, good night, sir.
Renaissance Jeffrey, a pleasant good afternoon to you.
Yes, good night. Pleasant good afternoon.
A pleasant good afternoon to you. This is Professor Wall Street.
Yeah,
now,
Professor Wall Street.
I really don't call programs and thing anymore, but I was going through social media and I saw your program came up. And I heard a PNM sycophant. Is that the fella, he have some kind of Eric name, some kind of name like that, right? And the thing about it, Renaissance, is that at least when you have them PNM sycophants and you come on your program with PhD in dotishology, PhD in stupidology, PhD in foolishology, and PhD in malology, at least have them come with some facts that people could go and research the facts now. They're just talking. This Carnival season was one of the most successful seasons in the last 10 years in Trinidad and Tobago. One statistics alone stand out. One, crime data.
Okay.
You know, serious crimes was down 69% from 2025. 69%.
Was it?
You know how much?
Was they celebrating that of the windfall of the SOE Wall Street?
Was there what?
Was they celebrating this major reduction in crime of the windfall of the SOE? Because a lot of people have been shaken up.
After the SOE?
Yeah, after the SOE.
Renaissance, you're too bright for that, man. Come on, Renaissance. When the SOE ended?
What new strategy that the police would have put into place that we could have wait, you're not like better for what new strategy that the police put into place that we could actually say that they do this and crime would have reduced in this manner?
You want me to help you with that?
Yeah,
they had more police on the streets in Trinidad and Tobago during Carnival. And Renaissance, I'm surprised that you were. How could you take when the SOE end to when they had the Carnival in Trinidad and Tobago. That ain't making sense. But I'm going to finish with my point. I'm not going to keep you too long. Because I know all you have is difficult for you guys on statistics. You know. I understand. I want you to take out that left red earplugs you have on. The left red earplugs. I want you to take that out of your head.
You ain't seen the black and the white too. You understand? The red, white, and black. You ain't seen that. You only seen the red.
Which the white and
but look at here. Look the red, white, and black here. You ain't seen that.
Well, you see, anytime you have something with the red in it.
No, it can't be Wall Street. When somebody criticizing the government, that you are saying that there is PNM and I keep on seeing this narrative. I understand the subliminal messages that they're trying to say, but I am criticizing the government. I don't mean I is PNM. And that is wrong with UNC supporters, as be saying. And use a man that, is a declared UNC supporter. My comment cannot be just PNM alone. Come now, man. You gotta be real.
When you're criticizing the government, though, all right, when you're criticizing the government, at least that's some facts. And I'm going to close with this, right? I want one PNM person to call your program. One. I don't need 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. Right? I need one PNM person to call your program and tell the world that when Elon Francis was on the stage, the judges could not hear Elon Francis Calypso, and what happened on the stream on TV and streaming had an effect on the judge's decision in the Queen's Park Savannah. I'm only looking for one.
Okay.
I don't need more than one. Because that narrative about sabotage, they should go on the Beetham Highway and stop in that place they have over there. You know that place they have over there in Beetham Highway? You know what it's called?
the Labas.
Yeah.
They just call it the Labas.
Right. Let them go in the Labas and try to find that statement where there was sabotage with Elon Francis. No single individual in Trinidad and Tobago can find any of evidence that Elon Francis was sabotaged in the Queen's Park Savannah when he was singing his calypso. Because all of the judges, whether there was 10, whether they were PNM judges, whether they were UNC judges, whether they were COP judges, every single judge heard his calypso fluently, and there was not an iota of any disruption for him to be judged. Renaissance, I thank you very kindly. I say to the people of Trinidad and Tobago and to your PNM callers, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for you. Come on, Renaissance, go and check the crime statistics from 2025 to 2026. Yeah? The government is doing a splendiferous, tremendous, marvelous, spectacular job as far as crime is concerned. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Well, that was Wall Street. Wall Street is a man that has always give his contribution unapologetically. Let me answer this next call. Good afternoon, sir.
Yes, good afternoon. Yes. I was listening to your previous caller. And there's so much that is still said with regard to the entire carnival. I believe that the so-called free shows that were paid for the public was to more or less mask the fact that the persons that will be making money from small businesses, like the hustlers and the persons that would spend around carnival time, many of them who follow in the culture, who have been with the culture, which is part of their culture for years, did not have the spending power. When you look at close to 50,000 people lose their job so far. And I think we spoke of the 36,700 and something from CPEP, URP, and forestry, I believe that was a ploy to kind of make Carnival look good. With regard to the crime situation, that guy is a joker because, and I've been hearing the police say it and use it as an excuse and say, well, crime was down. You cannot measure good police work by a state of emergency. right? Because you actually lock up the public in order to achieve something that you're not capable of doing or refuse to do during a normal day work, right? A normal day work for the police is to detect crime, to put things in place to prevent it, to collect intelligence, and to take it to court so that we could prosecute the persons that break the law. And this state of emergency is not a good yardstick to measure a reduction in crime. Where now crime, you hear crime being reduced, but after what measures and at the expense of what? At the expense of person's freedom. And anytime it reaches there, it shows a huge deficiency and an inability of crime fighting mechanisms to achieve its goal. With regard to the judging, at the end of the day, Calypso, and this is what upset me by what Kamala Prasad Biseta spoke to with regard to Calypso and saying that Calypsonians running the crowd and all this nonsense with the tents. What's that nonsense? Because the roots of Calypso come from the griot in Africa. And the griot was the man who stood against kings and princes and leaders, rulers, and spoke his mind, spoke the mind of the people. So, at the end of the day, Calypso cannot be redefined by any politician. And if person intend to sit down and take that, because I always tell people, you say on the plate in God's hands and this too shall pass. But after you kneel down and pray, you need to get up and walk. Because God really helps those who help themselves. And if you have persons who seem to have an apparatus to destroy something that they fast and out of place to even comment on in the first place to try to redefine it, it means that you have to put on your foot, not only for now, but for your children, because Carnival will...
Anybody that think that you could call back, you could call on WhatsApp, a matter of fact. You could call on WhatsApp. Anybody else who want to call could call on WhatsApp. Now, Wall Street would have put out a challenge. Before himself going to himself answer anything that was said by Wall Street have placed a challenge. Anybody who could say anything. Yes, good afternoon again, Slimy.
Yes, sir. Let's shut this narrative down that this was a mishap or some kind of error, because the man was caught on video on WAC TV where he went and he said, "We muted Elon's mic." It was caught on video, and I sent you that video if you want to play that up to shut down this narrative that the UNC is now pushing.
Well, watch out, Slimy. I didn't want to play it as yet. I was giving people a chance for them to talk about it if they realize that. But we go play that video.
All right. Also, you reminded me. I would like to give a public invitation to KFC. KFC, call in on the Workers' Right, any Workers' Right platform. You can speak freely, all you want. You have something that you want to say about Anamun Sami, please call in if you're listening, and we want to hear what you have to say, Mr. KFC. You get carte blanche over here. Call in KFC right now if you're listening. I go on.
Right, so our next invitation have been placed in the public domain for KFC, most wanted. So anybody here, or you could call in on WhatsApp, a matter of fact. So Mr. Bernard, you could call on WhatsApp. Everybody who was calling before, we miss another call. Hey, yes, good evening again, sir.
Yes, Mr. Edison. I want to hear this challenge because I hear Wall Street calling up my name and say, it's a P&M. Because when you talk about the against the government, it's a P&M. right?
Well, that's the same thing I tell him. I said not everybody. I mean, it's
right?
PNM wants to talk against the government. But go ahead.
No, I am like this. I am for country. I don't look at party. If PNM doing stupidness, I will talk about it. If UNC doing stupidness, I will talk about it. If Patriotic Front doing, I will talk about it. I am about country, not party. But you see, them so Renaissance is only seen as yellow blinders over the eye and nothing else. So nobody shouldn't be critical about this government. That is why they did what they did this Carnival season. They tried to muzzle the Calypsonians and them until Chucky. Look, first time I ever heard Chucky because so much of verses in our song about everything that happened in Calypso Fiesta this year for Carnival. That look goes to show. So the government don't want you to talk about them or be critical about them, but they must have their trolls on social media telling people all kind of nasty and derogatory things on social media, racial remarks, and we have the pastor of social media, like Philip Alexander, forever on social media, not doing the government work, but you're always on social media talking about that BS. Right, so we should be critical about that. We should just sit down and say, all right, well, UNC did so think everything should be normal. No! At the end of the day, this is Trinidad they go. We had enough because the people always sold the country a dream last year. And people still waiting on that win after 10 months Wall Street. Right? You and all the on 919 and bad mouthing Dr. Rowdy for the last 10 years. Kamala, they know what she's doing for the last 10 months. Other than send them 70,000 people from European Superman Forestry and these other ministries. But you have a recruitment drive and only recruit 1,800 people. Let me make it make sense now, Wall Street. Deal with that and leave me alone. I have a country, that party. Look to that list there, understand?
Yeah, man. So Trinidad and Tobago. The truth, it's people can't handle the truth in it. And when I say that to a lot of people outside here. It is evident that right now thousands of people is on the breadline. That is evident. It is also evident that the cost of living going up. That is evident. A matter of fact, let me answer this call. I don't want to go up in gears. Good afternoon, caller.
Mr. Renison, good night to you, sir.
Yes, good night, ma'am. How are you?
Your show is so popular. You have Wall Street and don't call it into your show
This
Saturday night.
Papa, you don't want to sleep. You don't want to sleep.
No, he like to listen to the other people's show, you know.
Okay.
Just as how but I know you don't block people on your show.
Nah,
we
don't block.
Contribution. That's a great thing. I am enjoying your contribution. I want to say, let me give a little percent to the Minister of Culture. She's new, she's young, right? I will give her 75% for trying for the first year, right? I could give her that because I witnessed certain things and I watched certain things. There were many flaws in the Carnival, right? And I saw her and I spoke to her and I highlighted certain things. She is very approachable, right? Now, one of the things what I was disappointed with, I'm a UNC activist, right? For years, Carnival has been locked down in terms of employment with PNM activists because you know PNM was in power, the chairman would have been a PNM, right? And they would have hired the activists, especially Women's League and all these things. Tell me, Renison, UNC is in power. The board is chaired by UNC activists. You tell me that African women who not even employed, no form of employment, have to be crying and complaining that they couldn't get a walk in the savannah. Big Carnival time, Renison. Big Carnival time, but the party in power. But when you go up to the savannah, who you're seeing employed, who you're seeing ushering is PNM activists. So who's the government in power? And people want to call and talk and talk. And when you talk these things, they don't like it. Another thing, one of the attention take note of the lack in is cleaning of the toilets. The toilets, and then when you visit the shows, I am talking as a paying customer. The toilets were not clean. Both outside and inside downstairs, the toilets were not clean. Sometimes there were no soap. I don't think that anytime there was soap and water, and they need to pay attention to that. Why they can hire women or a certain group, you have no CPAP again, why they can say, okay, you all want employment, let me hire about 20 or 30 women, so we could have had the toilet being clean right through. We want to promote Carnival, but basic things like those we're not paying attention to. And I heard Mr. Wall Street talking about security, but Mr. Wall Street don't live in Trinidad. I don't know if he was here because I don't know his business. But I want to say there were people affected during the Carnival. There were people got robbed in the Flavor Village. Right? Yes, the Carnival was safe, the Carnival was enjoyable. The crime would have been done by a certain amount. But people got broken into when you park at in the savannah, and there were people being robbed because they would talk. The security were calling your car number until they go and check your car. Your car have been broken into. There were reports of people getting robbed at the Flavor Village, which the Flavor Village was a good idea. But to say that the Carnival was one of the best, I don't think we should really put it in that spectrum. The Carnival, the board, the minister, they attempted for the Carnival to be great. And the next thing too, you know why they had a lot of free shows? People were not working. If you haven't drawn a salary for 8 months or a wage, how could you take your family to any of the shows? When you take your family to Carnival, you don't have to have money in your pocket to buy things for them to eat and drink. I understand?
Yes, yeah, you have to have money.
So even you have to have money, and people just budget for Carnival. You put on something every year. So it had to have this Carnival Village, and it had to be free. That was the only way people would have come out to participate, because people were fired. UNC activists get no form of employment up to now. Many on the breadline, many can't pay bills. It's only a few getting things done. So how could, unless they did not open the Carnival Village, the people would have not been able to at least come out and walk and look and enjoy the shows. But in terms of spending powers, people did not have money. You see the vendors and them complaining? The simple vendors with a little booth all on the roadside complaining. People did not have money. When you walk up and down Frederick Street and Charlotte Street, people did not have spending powers to buy simple things as snow cone for the train because people are not working. So yes, the Carnival may have been a successful one, but in terms of enjoyment for the citizenry, the average person who are accustomed taking out the children and the loved one, they didn't have spending powers, Renaissance. So this is my contribution.
And family,
great program.
Family, I want to thank you for your honesty in your contribution, because this, I say, we with things like this, we need to go beyond politics. And what you would have said, I would have taken 100%. And thanks for that contribution here tonight, family.
But I was there. I experienced it. People cry out.
And this is, you see, this is not about bad talking the government to, you know. These information that they're taking, that you're hearing now, they're supposed to take it and improve. And you know what I fret me about both governance, I mean the both party, you come out and you talk to them. One of them, it depends on who you're talking out on. The next one saying that is a PNM, and the next one saying that that we're thinking, come on, we want improvement. And this is honest feedback.
You know what does make me laugh? Plenty of them was on that PNM couldn't open them all. Now join UNC. I want to tell you who is a UNC member. You can't say nothing. I went to the minister and I highlighted certain things, and you know the minister told me next year she's going to try and improve. And I'm telling you, I feel good that she said that, because I drove certain things to her attention. There were there were errors, and I said I give her 75% for trying, and she's young. Next year, she said she's going to try and get things improved. We must not butter up things. There were certain flaws, and we need to highlight it. Thank God the carnival is over, and they will look better for a better carnival. Hopefully, they can employ people, give people employment in the carnival.
Okay then.
Thanks very much for your time.
Yeah, no problem.
Great program.
Yes. So Trinidad and Tobago. Cars broken into, people get by. And you see, that has happened. You see, when you're trying to oversell a party, you see, when you're trying to make a party look good, regardless to what? Let me. Yes, caller. Good evening. All right, I call you back. KFC. Yes, Slimy. I want to call KFC.
You know why? Oh, good. Excellent. You know what happened on Wall Street store right now? You want me to tell you?
What in Wall Street?
Because you have 400 people on the live looking at you right now. You started off from 5, now you're at 400. Next year, in next month, you're going to be at 1,000. We're going to be number 1. He sees it, he feels it, he knows it. That's why it's hot in his soul right now. To hell with you, Mr. Wall Street. We're coming for you. Like and subscribe, all you. Like and subscribe.
Well, this man saying Wall Street, this man saying that you're feeling it. Well, me know about that. But I prepared here to always speak the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So, let me call back KFC. KFC is the man. Let me call back KFC. KFC, good evening.
Good night, Rada.
Yes, good night.
Happy New Year, boy. All the best New Year and all the listeners and viewers.
Yeah, brother, all the best in the new year. Somebody put out a challenge here to call. They say people telling you all kind of things. Let me hear it from you as a brother. Come on.
I was listening to him. I was taking a move and I flip on and see and everybody them on him call. But so good night to Joe Field. I want to live quite in foreign Fall Street. You remember when the PNM was there for the last 9 years plus? Remember you was calling for a building? How you calling for that building now? You know you're ranking with Santa Cruz? No? They take him because I get on that program anymore, you know?
Why is that?
WhatsApp, I was telling some voice with Santa Cruz tell me she pay for because I called Shah Macarang on the ground report. And she pay for everything for me. Santa Cruz is generous. Because every time I make a contribution, Radisson, and the ground report, she looking to attack me.
No, well, you
see the kind of work and the kind of support I should be in the UNC.
Yeah.
And no kind of assistance. Look, my MP, Ms. Van der Moed, I call out the name. I go and buy sheets for the assistance because I am another chance to social development. In the last regime, literally say I was working for 4 years. I go to all legal men, Radisson, all ombudsman, this, that thing in there. They tell me my fight in front of the permanent secretary, Ran Ramcharan, in the Ministry of Social Development. Well, yeah, madam?
Yes, I hear you.
Yeah, so, when I take in the foot, I move a spirit, I bounce up Ran Ramcharan and talk to the man, but I will about your fight and this and that. Yeah, we telling me now, you waiting for somebody. I said, well, you waiting on you, the permanent secretary, because they say my thing in front of you, it's just for you to sign it off. Your man said, that's for you to sign it off, there's that thing in there. You know, she go all out to victimize me and tell him not to sign up for nothing, they give me nothing. until, my fight going in front of the Attorney General. Real victimization.
Who is that, your MP?
Yeah.
Man.
But the real victimization thing, and that one Santa Cruz there, she listening to all programs and cutting out things and sending it to certain ministers. Because remember, she had soft and my head hard and my nose flat. It's victimization thing I go through right now. Look at this simple thing. I have sent a free little walk. With the 3 months contract, this. I got them by the Minister of Works. About 2 months, about 3 weeks before Christmas. So I go on down because going by next minister, this, I cut in the bottom. I select the show hamper and all them kind of things. I say I don't want to come out. As soon as I have in the hand there, she said there's a food care, they give me food care and hamper and laptop and things in it. So when I go around, they're telling me they ain't seen, they don't see people at appointments. So I tell the minister, well, KFC outside, and he could outside, I want to fish it. But so when I go inside the city, the minister now, as well, Mama, I sing in there, it's Christmas time as well, I sing in there. It's not, I could help with a hamper. And so I can't get a food cash, I could help with a hamper. So she gave me the hamper, like, she went for the small hamper to give me rather.
She went for the smallest one.
Eh?
Like she went for the smallest one.
I if everything I send everything for everything no longer try to get into you.
Boy, send the thing for me on WhatsApp because you're right telling you we
people like Wall Street and all of them now come across to the UNC and feel like there's more UNC and people try to victimize me and stand a question and Cruz constantly the worst. When he was at PNM, 40 something else was PNM, I know you looked on listening, I don't care about them. I already think the same now because the real victimization thing. You know when you walk up to the woman joke not talking about yourself or not there. You know people control now walk up there.
They still
yes, second people. They was to call me someone before this carnival. Them call me about 3 days when he walk nearly done and give me 2 days alone. After when we get paid, the real victimization thing, boy. And after about Honorable Jolene John with the work thing. You know Miss Martinez?
Yeah.
And she daughter?
Yeah.
Them in charge of the work. Them was to call me still before the work, for the work that start till last year, December. Because Jolene John tell me Martinez daughter supposed to call me for the picnic. Up to now they didn't call me. Why seeing in the back here blow my mind? Because only a 3 and 4 contract. Rather say if it are 3 African and live under work, it are plenty.
My God. And you know KFC, you know what hurting me about this whole situation? Is that I know you out of campaign. I see you all the time on all platforms and things. I hear you advocated. I see you personally plenty times on the ground. And you know, even a man change his perspective about certain things. We always meet up and you don't inhale me. You understand? And you know, black man to black man. Yeah. All about.
When you're talking your mind, so they feel like you're talking race.
Yeah.
Race. But if you want to see what's going on right now, it's certain people. Julian and Plena, they like African Plena, they don't help no one black brothers and sisters, you know. It's only 18, they walk wrong Julian and them, you know, in the office, you know.
And you know what about that, man? You see the black ones now, that amongst them, you had to talk out to get something to forget you. They don't forget you already, you know. You had to talk out to get something, and when you talk about Anna taping people and sending it to certain people. But you're getting tired outside here, you know.
Look what Mikey K and all. Remember Mikey K, all them as the ground report and the chairman at the TT board. You know, he said it was so to me and telling me when you going to trouble with Penny and all them kind of thing. Then I was up number one, they said things to the play, you cannot fuck up things, I'm sorry for cursing, you cannot, because they're telling me, and they know either man work after they look out of me for me to get a breath, to get a job. It's real victimization, real crap in our bar thing with black people in the UNC right now, and it's real pull, you know. Them words and they say, they're not many parts, you know.
My God.
I want to hear Wall Street crying out for the building now. You have no ad, nothing at all. I was on the radio station getting all he had. I was campaign hard on that radio station. Remember I was on the radio station?
Yeah.
Let's have we and all. I call in talk to CDK work in the government station. So I call in and say good afternoon. Every do CNTC. Every day I tell her to say that and hang me up. But the Indian man said that that's nothing. So when I call back now, like every year, me and hang up the phone now. Something wrong with people I'm
watch me. Don't worry yourself. They ain't for a rude awakening because here what I saying, them fellas and them so stupid. I could call them now and I have all of the number, and they ain't go answer. They go talk a bunch of rubbish.
Yeah.
Yeah, son. And people feel afraid of them. A matter of fact, I go call some numbers here tonight. Go ahead, KFC.
It's a full carbon and barrel mentality. It's Africans in the UNC more wicked than East Indians in the UNC. And Africans in the UNC supposed to help Africans in the UNC. And then victimizing them and going and screaming calling as a minister to victimize their own black brothers. Look, Joe Field should activate IT show by UNC headquarters. There's that talking to a certain minister. They ain't pushing no way. You will put back a set of PNM people. That's why they're making a set of bad decisions. Rather since send a WhatsApp number for me, I go send them some
No, Daisy WhatsApp here. Daisy WhatsApp, send it on this number because we go play that tomorrow. Because we on every night. Loving the house, brother.
I don't have nothing to lose. I can't tell us to fight, but you know why this is.
Yeah. Loving the house. Well, people are trying that and to be going hearing for yourself. Now, I don't know where the person, I know what's going on with Candice and the Candice playing, man, they're playing. Or you see for yourself.
Hi, pleasant good night.
Yes.
I was out all day and not too long reach back in, guys. I had a little family issue. Family come first, huh?
Yes, no, they ain't here, man. Yes, they ain't here. Go ahead.
Yes, I had a little family issue. So family come first, right? Yeah, that's not. Right about now. No, let me talk a little back on that. I see Fally making a speech on TikTok sometime today, apologizing to the public.
Hold on there a second. Let me answer this call. Good night, sir.
All right, nice. Like I enjoyed that call from KFC. One announcement I would like to make. I would like you guys to check out the Workers' Right platform. One idea we have is we want to set up like a system where the diaspora can come back to Trinidad. So people looking to move back home, we're going to set up like a meeting place like with all the aid to move back to Trinidad, like lawyers, housing, job, all that stuff. So we will need like a collaboration from the community. Like give us ideas if you have something to contribute. If you have something to offer, we want to start this service where expatriates can come back home to Trinidad. So one idea I had was like with real estate, like if we can set up like some kind of thing where Trinis abroad can easily get property in Trinidad, and set up like a whole like a one-stop thing where boom, and you just come back home. That's the idea I have, and if possible, like I would like to work with the community on that. Also, for the guys that need help, for if you have means on the website, also we want to set up like a GoFundMe on the website where you guys can set up donations, and then Renaissance would go out locally and hand out donations to the people or whatever. That's like an idea I have. So we want to start giving back to the community and making this into like a force for good. That's my contribution, right?
True. So everybody here who think you could Google the website and Workers' Rights 868 and everything there laid out, and you go see what the actual plans is in going forward, where that is concerned, because at the end of the day, each one help one. So Candice.
Yeah. So it seems as though Tobago start to get a taste at the neglect of the UNC. Because I see Fally, I was a Senate fair, but I was so caught up today that it slipped me. Where he was trying to apologize because I think the ferry would have breakdown. And because of that, the food warehouse was empty. Correct me if I'm wrong, eh? But when I saw that, I laughed, eh? I said, look at that. I sent them a message. I say, you have plenty of that to do because likewise, Trinidad and Tobago, the UNC fool we, and they fool all you too. And everything they do is going to backfire on them. It is going to backfire on them because they come into power on deception and lies. You understand me? So I started laughing. I said, wow, it's slowly but surely it started to affect all, And I got a lot of messages. As I reached on the phone, messages started coming, but then I couldn't answer to all. So I just said, put on my handbag and just come on the show. You understand me? So tonight, I seen again, they messaging me and they telling me, what? They disappointed in me. I was a diehard UNC and they are disappointed in me. But I want to say to them, it is okay to be disappointed in me. I don't have a problem with that. I do not care. I cannot sit by and see the same people who I advocate for, or I can't sit by and see the same people who I convinced to vote for the UNC, and the UNC turn their back on them, be hungry and say nothing, sorry. So you all can call me what all they want. All they can say what all they want about me. My loyalty remains with the people. I am for the people. The same people who help put all in power. That is who I'm standing with.
Your loyalty remains.
All I can say what.
Their loyalty remains with the people, Candace. With the people.
Yes. My loyalty remains with the people. I don't care what all they say. So all they can message me in the comments and say whatever. That is like water on fig leaf. I don't care. And if the government showing me that they don't care about the same people that I help or I convinced to vote for them, or they promise us all these things and all they cannot deliver. And the people can't reach all yet to complain. They come into the man on the ground because I speak the language of the people. I understand the language of the people. So it's me they're coming to. So what I must tell them, hold on and wait. All you got to be mad. All you got to be mad. And I would advise everybody, a friend, tell your granny, tell your uncle, tell your neighbor who you don't talk to, tell everybody to tune in on the program and listen. Let your conscience be a guide. When you open your fridge and you open your cupboard and you see you have no groceries, you have nothing to feed your family. You understand? Let that register in your mind and in your heart. And when we decide to come out in all their numbers, peacefully, because they know they're coming out to look for Bacchanal because they were going on. You see how they got the taste of power there? Power and money. They will do anything to hold on to it. But there are just how much of them? 40-something of them. But if the whole Trinidad come
only 27. Only 27.
Imagine that. Only 27 people have the whole of Trinidad and Tobago suffered. And all they don't want to come out and do nothing about it. Nah, we have to hold them accountable. We cannot. Look at the kind of decisions these people are making, boy, and they don't care about we. They don't even care. I tell you, I listen to them too, so over and over again, eh? And you see, I like Queen Victoria, but you see, Hale and Francis, watch now. I would like to meet him one day and shake his hand. You see, I put up a picture of myself and the Kai. So you see the part where I stab them in the chest. When it reached that part, they silence the mic. Because that part it speaks volume, It sends the direct message, And you think about they feel Trinidadians stupid. They feel Trinidadians dotish. We're not stupid anymore. You cannot give us shit to eat and tell us it's ice cream. I'm watching now, Philip, I like to pronounce his whole name, Philip Edwards Alexander. He ever set a little black boys wrong him, Africans, I should say. And, he trying to show now that he's not racial. I think I would have sent the video. That's the last thing I did before I leave the house today. But you're seeing where the man, I've been honest, now Philip is a racial dog, You're seeing he trying to engage with the young fellas and them, and he don't even know how to. He's singing false, he's singing stupid, and Mr. Jeffrey, I want to, when they come off, look at it, and if possible, tomorrow when we're doing the next live, put it up. You understand? He trying to, if you notice now, his whole behavioral pattern changed since I went up and I tell him continue to embarrass the people. Continue to insult us. So I realize now, like he just listened to my videos. So he come at a different approach now, and he trying to show that, he cool being around African people, but we seen it.
Yeah, but as you talk there with Philip, Candice, I wait to ask. I want to know if that child that you seen there resemble Philip. I just asking.
That child is Philip. I not know paternity test, but that little baby. First, let me say he's cute, and he does resemble Philip Edwards Alexander.
The
child is a nice child.
Yeah, he's a nice child. You understand? But
yeah, pretty.
Yeah, but
he resemble the father. He had the dimples.
Yeah, but
he had the face. Yeah, that the man child. That the man.
No. Well, we just say that we do not paternity at the child, but come on, it's a nice, cute child.
It's a pretty little boy, and he resemble his daddy.
And,
oh God.
And if I won't say that his daddy, if that is his daddy, if that is his daddy. Claim your child, man.
If that is his daddy, let me take back that. Take away no the nasty.
Yeah.
If that is his daddy, is a pretty little child. It's a pretty little child. But I sorry I couldn't get the video. I think I sent the video to you where it's by they talking about some chairs on the beach.
Yeah. I get the video. As a matter of fact, I would have been following that. No, we didn't get a chance to download it so we could have played it on the show.
Oh, but I tell you what, Philip song false. He's trying to show that he's not racial. He's trying to make a comeback. You see, when your heart is pure and your mind is clean, nothing you could do could pacify that, Even when he tried to make the comeback after he tried to disrespect Jason De Silva, and he come back, you see that boy, and I like that boy, and people trying to put a wedge between me and that boy. You put in your own wedge, you let power run to your head.
Good night, sir.
Yeah, man, Redison.
Yes.
First time caller.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, calling from the Bronx.
Okay.
I've been listening, and I can't say all what to say because I know other people, and I don't want to interrupt the lady Candice. I want you to give her story, but it's a good story. But what I want to say is that you need to lean in to who you are, my friend. You can't come on the air and say you're not PNM, because the UNC ain't saying they're not UNC. All the stuff they're doing, they're leaning into who they are, to the detriment of the country. So we gotta lean into who he is. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So PNM is not in power no more. It's them in power now. You gotta lean into who he is. You understand what I'm saying? Where people that say, oh, it's politics, and everything is politics. Everything what Donald Trump do, that woman doing.
So true.
They have the trolls on the internet saying things to distract the public. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta lean in to who you are. You understand? But I PNM.
Use PNM. All right, brother.
I PNM.
All right.
The good or the bad. I don't
care. I like going back home. I PNM too.
Yeah, because you know what happened? Every good thing that happened to Trinidad is PNM. And anytime you see the reason why we situation that we is from all the destruction the UNC did. You understand?
Yeah, because it's
people
true.
Gotta understand.
It's true what you're saying. It's true what you're saying because
it's
everything
the
PNM built, they're trying to destroy it.
they've been trying to build back the country, but people want to get personal gain. Some people didn't get what they wanted, so hey, they go against the government. Fine, but if you listen to the campaign that the PNM put on, or the Rowley speeches, you don't even need me to tell you anything. I listened to that the whole campaign with Rowley's speech, and everything he said, the UNC do it.
Yeah, and that was so true, so true. Everything he said to do it. Everything Stuart Young say, the UNC come and do it. Everything.
Yeah. They have no plans. You understand? So
we see that now.
That guy who come on there, and talking all that nonsense and say you want people to call it this, that, he leaning into who he is because he's a fool. You have to understand also too. The black folks get instructions. So that's why they're doing the things that they're doing. They get instruction. Either you come with us or we cut your funding. You understand? They can't help it. Mm-hmm. They can't help it. You understand?
Yeah.
So, they have no choice. So, if you go and you think because they're black they go help you, nah, they get instructions. They have a master to answer to. Mm-hmm. You understand? Mm-hmm. So that way you gotta lean into you is. That's all I have to say.
Okay then, brother. Thanks for your contribution.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So Candace, when the man says it's so true, leading to what he is, but at the end of the day, I can't say why he's a freedom fighter. He's a person that don't sleep in the night when I see injustice. When I see that they ain't getting my community water, it's whole night we outside and we planning where we going and block the road in the morning so they can hear us. And irrespective to any government that suffocating the people, I will protest them. That is my right. So I'm playing.
I feel I want to remain like that too, Although I know what I feel I want to remain like that too. To stand up for the people, to be a advocate on the side for the people.
Smiley.
All right, two things. First one is a business idea for you guys down there. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Right, first thing is a business idea for you guys down there. I sent you the video in the WhatsApp. Mangoes right now in New York City is $7 to $8 a pound. You heard $7 to $8 US a pound for a freaking mango. So I had this idea in the past that we can set up like a system where you guys can like ship mangoes from Trinidad to people in the US. So now is a perfect time for that. Like it actually costs with these prices, it's actually cheaper to ship 20 mangoes direct from Trinidad than it is to go and buy a mango for $7 a piece in the store. Secondly, digital ID and CBDC is coming to Trinidad this year. If you had paid attention to the budget that was read last year, they're gonna roll the system out in Trinidad. And in order for that to happen, there has to be some kind of trauma into the city, like some kind of trauma where they will have to like ram this down our throats. So the whole Zoso thing, and when you look at that with the 15-minute cities that they want to plan with the digital ID and CBDC, where you can go from one zone to the next without permission, and you're going to be digitally tracked and all that stuff. All of that is coming in Trinidad, and they have to find a way to implement the system. So everything that you see like happening with crime, just pay attention to that going forward. That's my thought.
Okay.
Well, Slimy, I mean, we are started this discussion again live where we will talk about this a little thing more in depth. But Candace, I know you haven't been on. I've been here for quite some time, so I'm looking to wrap up on my side. But you always have a contribution. Don't ever stop your contribution. But you know, I turn over the segment to you at this point in time where you will be able to say your say.
No, I just want, listen to me, right about now, we seen what taking place, right? It's no secret These people showing you their intention, they're showing you who they are, they're showing you what they are about. It's for us now, the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, every creed and race, because it's every one of us feeling the pressure. Right? It has some feeling it more than some, but eventually all of us is going to go down that same road. Right? And on top of it, to add insult to injury, they want to take away your rights from you, your freedom of speech. You can't come out and talk. If they happen to implement that so what is now said, you cannot walk the streets with no placard. They want to pressure you, and you mustn't have a say. You must take that and cool it. And look how much of us in Trinidad and Tobago, and look how much ministers there, and look at what these ministers doing to us. And we as citizens must sit down and take that, because why? They in jacket and tie. Is we put them there, and they have to be held accountable. They have to be held accountable. And from what I seen, I've been honest, these people don't know how to run the country. I've been real. They're trying something. They're really trying, and they're failing terribly at it. They don't know. I don't believe the way how they're doing things and the way how it's backfiring on them and they ain't getting no progress out of it is because they do not know what they're about. They don't know what they're doing. They're doing so much of foolishness that them are all going wrong in circles. And at this critical hour, we don't need that. We need people with level head to run this country. We need people who know what they're doing. Because look at so long, let's send them CPF workers, ministry workers, forestry workers, and whoever. And let's say they're coming back with not CPF but something new. It's almost 9 months to 10 months. Where is it something new? So they're not bearing in mind that these people was working and they're home without $1. How these people surviving? Look, I was coming back up the road. I having a conversation with a certain pastor friend of mine, and she telling me the same conversation I had home here with a young lady girl making fears to take care of her family. She told me she had that same conversation with another young lady. She's selling her body. People doing all people is survival of the fittest, and all your promises are better life. Always the one that promised we a better life, always say, they can fix it. And look at what's going on. So all because they know, because the UNC know what they're doing, they're making a mess of things, that's why they're trying to slip in this so. So by the time we catch ourselves, they know we can't come out and talk. People like me and other bloggers, from the time we open mouth to talk, it's jail in we backside. Some kind of sedition. You understand me? They come in with. Or if you decide to march, it's lock up. So they know they're pressuring you, but they're trying to oppress you whilst they're pressuring you. So how people go eat? How people go live? How people go send their children to school? How they go get education? This government mashing up homes, and sending people children astray, Because when the average young man see he have nothing, and he go and thief. When the average young girl see that she don't have nothing, simple as toiletries. For a young girl when she seeing she menstruation, some houses they don't even have that. Much as for toilet paper. These people don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. Look how high the food prices is. Oh God, come on. Trinidadians, all they need to really wake up and think, me a campaign, But all I need to wake up and chew, because this ain't good enough. This not good enough. That is very unacceptable. I don't care what nobody say. This not good enough. It's about time all they rise up from all their drowsiness. And call a spade a spade. No, we have to go out there and ask them questions. They have to answer us. They have to give account. Them not work. We not working for them. Them working for us. We employ them. We give them employment. We give the UNC employment, and as they reach there, notice how they turn, the attitude towards us changes. Like, it's like F all in, is we in charge now, they forget all about the poor man on the ground. And Jeffrey, I find, you see that speech, them speeches what Kamala said before election, I find you should be running that on social media right through. And next to that, you had a pop where how much people lost their jobs. Because Trinidadians don't take things serious, We are such a calm, happy-go-lucky people, Oh my God, storm coming and everybody whining. You see that song what that man sing? The city could burn down and we jamming still. The man sing the truth. It's only when this shit happen and it reach home, then we just understand. We had to wake up the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, because if we don't do it, we will go to the dogs. Because you can clearly see, everybody in Trinidad and Tobago, the level-headed and the conscious-minded ones, we don't acknowledge what Kamala says she lie. And on top of it, her age do not permit. Because of, it is alleged, she has little ailments, right? But at the end of the day, Jed, we need somebody more functionable, boy. We need functionable people. We need level-headed people to run this country. Because all them laws they put in place, them not feeling that, Them not feeling no excessive traffic fines. Them not feeling nothing. Is we the poor man on the ground. Them don't have to pay for nothing. Them living tax-free, rent-free, grocery-free. Them can afford to change a car every how much months if they want. It's we, the poor man on the ground, that keep feeling it is about time that stop. It's like that no one never. We're not looking for no violence because they wanted to come with this violence. So, but we're showing them how good we can make an impact, we can make a difference, we can make a change without violence. But we're not accepting this. We're not accepting that. They have to be held accountable. And they're showing me that they don't care. They're showing us that they really don't care. Yeah, they're showing me that they just don't care. And you don't have to read and spell, Look it in big. Look at the Justin Samaru case. Look at that. And you is the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, All before election, you tell you how much you love we and how much you care about we and da-da-da-da. All kind of, you had honey in there too. Now you see where officers that is employed under the Trinidad and Tobago police service commit a murder. Kill a man and paralyze his wife in cold blood. And you as the Prime Minister jump out and say nothing? Not even your ministers, none of all you. No, you are Philip taunting the people, embarrassing the people, degrading the little protests. And all they want to just sweep that under the carpet, just so. And hoping that people go forget about it. People not go and forget it. Thank God for social media. You see, Roger Alexander tried to bring a law to ban that. You understand? Because why? You want to throw water on it, but that's somebody's life. And the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago should put that into consideration because that could happen to anybody because it's been happening to people. And it giving the police and them the rights that they could go out there and do what they want. Like here is a Western tongue. So what happened? There's no need for a magistrate. So that's the magistrate and them resign or retire and get a full lump sum and go home and leave it up to the police to be judge, juror, and executioner. That is madness. We cannot allow that to happen in Trinidad and Tobago. The mere fact that they're trying to dodge away from that bulletproof vest and they do not want a separate entity to investigate police, you see they're shying away from that and they don't want that, is because here we're going on plenty of them have plenty things to hide. So then, who guarding the guard? Who guarding the guard? What about fairness and equality? What about that? So you as a normal, it have criminals, it have people committed crimes, I ain't saying no. It have criminals. But at the end of the day, it have law-abiding citizens. And you as an officer, you mustn't be biased. You must not be wicked. Firstly, I hear what I always say as an officer. You pay them properly. You make sure they are housing and living comfortable, and you let them go out there and do their jobs to the best of their abilities. So that these little sideline, little hustle where they're selling drugs or they're covering for a man, well, it's allegedly selling drugs or dealing in crime and all of this thing, will not really entice them. And the ones that you catch on that folly, here what's going on. You have to hit them for 6 months. Then you catch an officer breaking the law and involving themselves in criminal activity is a lifetime in prison. You have to set an example. Trinidad too small for all this kind of, but I want to curse you here for all this sort of shit. Trinidad is too small for that. And when I hear a man like Roger Alexander, a man who I had enough respect for, talking in this kind of manner, I just get vexed. I say, but this man is a bully, this man wicked. You trying to brace the block from that, but then that alone shows well whatever people were saying about you, all the negative things people were saying about you, but then it must be truth. Because if you're a no-nonsense person and you want to help fight crime and you want to put on your foot, these are the things you're supposed to implement. Make sure they wear their body cam. Any officer that does not want to wear a body cam, here what's going on, so the police service is not fit. You're not fit for the service.
But Candace, let me interject there. You see the video today where Alistair Guevara have been talking about this body cam thing. And he said the police service had no body cam. He said that he said that the insecure, now he had was to cancel the purchase of this body cam. But
why?
Because it was inappropriately acquired through some kind of dotish kind of procurement thing. So it had no body camera. It had no body camera.
All right. So he want to say that he there to do for security. But I suggest that he should retire.
No, I don't want to. Candace, I don't want to overextend. Let me go. Let me end up the program here tonight. It always at tomorrow. You understand? Make sure and come on early. That is what you need to do. You understand?
I went out. I had an engagement with my daughter, and she needed money, so I had to be there for everything. I have a life too, Mr. Jeffrey.
Well, I understand. I know. Talking to you earlier today, I realize you cook and think. I know. I just say it. Because anytime I say something, you're always coming at my jugular. I don't want to say then cook for the man today, cook for him. You understand? Everything good.
Yes, I had to cook for
Everything good.
I'm a housewife, I'm a working mother. I superwoman, and I'm trying to correct my mistake. I'm trying to redeem my people.
Okay.
Oh God, I realize my people in bondage, boy. Oh God.
Well, Candace,
Had I known better. All right.
Well, we go bring this conversation.
Mr. Jeffrey,
before
you go, please tell me you start off the program with a prayer.
Of course I did. And I'm glad you're here. So we are going to close it off with a prayer.
I want to ask the people in the comments who are there.
Oh, come
Did
on,
Mr.
man.
Jeffrey start the program with a prayer, everybody? I know, all the man don't like to pray, all they just depend on woman to pray.
Yes, I'm waiting with my heads bowed.
Heavenly Father, we thank you for life, for health, for strength, your love, your grace, your mercies, Lord, and all what you have done for us and still about to do. Father God, I ask of you to bless Trinidad and Tobago. Place your hand over Trinidad and Tobago, Lord. Father, Lord, in the mighty name of Jesus, we need a Holy Ghost intervention in Trinidad and Tobago, Lord. Father, Lord, the place is in chaos. It's sadness, sorrow, and destruction all wrong. Father, Lord, the leaders we entrust with our futures, they themselves have turned into selfish men and women. Father God, in the name of Jesus, I ask that no weapon that form against the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago shall prosper, that you will dismiss, disappoint, and destroy all all the enemy's evil plan and plot that they have against the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago. Father, Lord, ask us to touch each and every one of our hearts tonight, Lord. Father, Lord, give us peace, give us rest, give us the courage to stand firm and stand strong against this wickedness and unjust that is taking place in the land today, oh God. Father, Lord, I ask of you to bless this platform. Bless my team, Mr. Renison, Jeffrey, and the others, and myself. Bless our household. Send your guardian angels to hover and cover us every minute, every hour, every second of every day. Father God, bless our home, our families, our bread basket. Dismiss, disappoint, and destroy all the enemy's evil plan and plot against us, against the citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, and that no weapon formed against us shall prosper. That you will confuse the enemies, that you will destroy the evil plan and plot that they have in store for us in Jesus' name. For on Christ's solid rock we stand. Any other is sinking sand. Father, Lord, you take full control over tonight, Lord, and our week ahead. Give us that strength. In your name, amen, amen, and amen.
Amen. Amen. So we again will be here tomorrow